No go. Just the way. Hey. Yeah, just go.
Stand. Okay, then you need it.
Make on jam.
Ça, et nous.
You come up now. Wifi.
By the powers conferred on me as the Chancellor, in the name of the Senate and Council, I confer on the special visitor, Your Excellency, Chief Barrister Joseph Wike, Governor of River State, the honorary degree of Doctor of Sciences, BSc, honorary scholar of Harmon University.
It is my great pleasure to be here with you once again, and this time on the occasion of your first graduation ceremony as a duly licensed university by the National University Commission. Please, I don't know why I would have made this kind of mistake. My former Vice Chancellor of Bayero University, the Executive Secretary of National University Commission, who has given, and of course, who gave a very elusive lecture on private universities and their role to national development. I wish to thank the Pro-Chancellor, the Chancellor, the Council, and members of Senate of this great university for finding me worthy to receive this honorary doctorate of science, honorary causa. Being one of the awardees to be so recognized and enrolled into the roles of doctoral honors in the very first convocation event of this university makes this honor historic one. I therefore accept the honor with delightful heart full of gratitude. Before now, I've been associating with Pabo University of Medical Sciences as a special friend and supporter. But from today, my status my relation with the university have changed to that of an alumnus and a permanent member of this unique and great academic community. I'm aware that this honor carries a corresponding responsibility for me to use my position to continue to advance humanity's cause for peace and progress, as well as to support the lofty aspirations of this university. I wish to assure you all that I will carry the torch of this university with pride and dignity and continue to do my best for our state, our people, and our country. I think it was former President Nelson Mandela who said, and I quote, "Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated and passionate about what they do," end of quote. These words of wisdom have been proven in the life story of our leader and founder of this university, His Excellency, Sir Dr. Peter Odili, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Grand Service Star of Rivers State. Although Dr. Odili, being a medical doctor, opted early in his medical career for the murky waters of politics. At the time, many people thought it was impossible for anyone to overthrow the dominant majoritarian political forces that held sway at the time. But for Dr. Peter Odili, the emergent and fiery political underdog, the word impossibility was a phantom when someone is devoted and passionate about what he wants to do or achieve. Against all odds, he got elected as Rivers State delegate to the Constituent Assembly, became an elected deputy governor, and ultimately the democratically elected governor of Rivers State, where he served for 8 unbroken years, laying the foundation for the development of our state. He was a towering political figure, and when reactionary forces and the People's Democratic Party abruptly denied him the opportunity to aspire to become the president of our country, Dr. Peter Odili took it in his strides and recurred to the quiet political background, but never from his passion for service to God and humanity. Never lacking in great vision and ideas, he went on to establish the first and only private medical university in the entire South-South geopolitical region of Nigeria, the Pamo University of Medical Sciences, here in Rivers State, to advance the learning, teaching, research, and production of medical professionals and allied courses for the benefit of mankind. Today, 4 years after, Pamo University of Medical Sciences has come of age and is graduating its first set of students from the School of Medical Sciences. What a great, resourceful, and historic achievement for which I'm very proud to be identified and associated with. Like our leader and all-time mentor, His Excellency Sir Dr. Peter Odili, my life history is also a lesson in devotion, hard work, and passion for success and service. I was born and raised from a humble home in the little rusty village of Amaechi. Although we were not hungry as a family, we were neither rich. We are simply a contented and happy family. But the reality was that I had to struggle with life's challenges quite early in my life, and I was determined and self-motivated enough to succeed against all odds. I successfully went through primary, secondary, and university educations and obtained degrees in political science and law. I ventured into legal practice immediately after being called to the Nigerian bar. And after a brief stint, opted for politics and public service, where I have been for all over 2 decades. Here again, the reality was that my journey through politics and public offices was never a smooth sail, as you would probably have imagined. In other words, I did not walk the easy road to political success. Public positions and fame, they were all earned through hard work and resilience, because I did not, and still do not, have any godfather to crack my political canals of fortune. To become the chairman of Obiakpo Local Government Council, I had to fight and struggle up to Supreme Court to recover my right to contest the election under the ticket of the People's Democratic Party, which was denied me by the powers that be after I had resoundingly won the primaries. Again, I had to survive 3 cancellations and repeated party primaries for me to earn the return ticket as chairman under the former chairman, national chairman of People's Democratic Party, Prince Uche Secondus. Moving forward, the former governor of Rivers State and current Minister of Transportation made me his chief of staff as a reluctant reward for the central role I played in reclaiming his almost lost mandate. But midway into his first tenure, I got the early signal enough that had become a foe and penciled down to be politically brought down, extinguished, or terminated. From then on, I had no choice but to put my political life and faith in my own hands with God and God alone as my source of strength, the guardian and guide. Again, I was grateful to my predecessor when he reluctantly included my name among those he nominated to former President Goodluck Jonathan to be appointed as the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But I was never his first or preferred choice for the ministerial position. He therefore worked twice as hard behind the scene to truncate my confirmation by the Nigerian Senate, but failed because God said otherwise. Moving forward, and when he noticed my ambition to succeed him as the governor of Rivers State, he immediately drew the battle line and vowed that I could only succeed him over his dead body. Our contest was an intense and jugular as typical political enemies. Ultimately, I won and prevailed over them, but they acted the onward by refusing to commit the suicide he had promised if I became the governor of Rivers State. Thank God, he chickened out and did not die. At any rate, I could not have wished anyone dead for my political ambition. I wanted him to live and see the glory of the Lord in my life and what God will use me to accomplish in advancing the development of Abia State and the nation as the governor of Rivers State. Today, I've been the governor of Rivers State for over 6.5 years, and I can't be grateful enough to the good people of Rivers for the opportunity, privilege, and honor to serve the state at the highest political level. I'm also humbled by the overwhelming support we continue to receive from the people, motivated by the unprecedented level of progress we have delivered for the state in roads, bridges and flyovers, healthcare, education, justice, administration, urban renewal, rural development, sports, and security. I have given this background to underscore the 2 most important things that are responsible for what I am today. The first is faith in God. I'm a Christian. I'm a man of faith and a man of hope. I have and I will continue to believe in the power of God over my life and my destiny. God is my anchor and my shield, my refuge and my fortress. God is everything to me. Without God, I'm nothing. and would have been nothing. I will always trust and depend on him to fight and win all my battles, present or in the future. The second is education. We all know the power of education and how it changes individuals, families, and communities for good. We need education to escape poverty. We have to have good jobs, to create wealth, and to have a better standard of living. Education is both enabler and leveler. It's been proven time and time again that it is through education that the daughter of the poor cleaner in a primary healthcare facility can become the doctor and the chief medical director of high-end hospital. That the son of a laborer in a village school can become the vice chancellor of a university. That the son of the poor farmer from a rustic village in the Niger Delta could become the president of this nation. Education is not just the foundation of development. It is as much the surest and the most potent way to empower every individual. And for me, the reality is that without education, I would not have been a local government chairman. Without education, I would not have been a chief of staff. Without education, I wouldn't have been a federal minister. And without education, I wouldn't have been governor of Rivers State. This is why, for every opportunity, whether at the local, state, or national level, the provision of quality education to our children to equip them with the knowledge and skills that they need to become good, hardworking, and productive citizens of our country has been one of my greatest political achievements in this state. As a local government chairman, I prioritize access to quality education. As Minister of State for Education, I worked day and night to advance the rights of Nigerian children to access to quality basic education. As governor, the provision of education remains one of my important priorities next to road infrastructure. And we have achieved quite a lot in our transformational efforts, expansion and access and delivery of quality education to our citizens across all levels of education system. We have therefore been very delighted with the establishment of Pabo Medical University and the vast opportunities it has since been providing for our youths to become highly educated and skillful medical professionals and practitioners. That is why, as a government, we have maintained and sustained a close, symbiotic, and mutually beneficial relationship with the university from its inception to date, identifying with and contributing materially to its steady growth and progress. Back in 2017, we instituted a special public scholarship covering tuition and accommodation at rest over indigenous students to take advantage of university and become graduates and professionals of their areas of interest. We have religiously implemented this scholarship program for 4 consecutive years with almost 600 beneficiaries as of the last academic session. Today, I'm very pleased to note that all the graduating students of Rivers State origin are scholars of the Rivers State government, educated and trained with public funds. In addition to the scholarship, which now costs well over 2.9 billion naira to implement annually, we have also made several generous financial donations towards the infrastructure development of the university. Let me reiterate a point that we are doing all this in fulfillment of our policy of providing, supporting for any Rivers son or daughter that ventures into establishing a university here in Rivers State to fill some of the existing gaps in access to quality education and advance the development of our state and our people. In essence, we are saying, if you can establish a private university in Rivers State, we will support you as we are supporting Pamo University. Today's graduation underscores the fact that the vision and mission of this university have started coming into fruition and justifies our investments in the development of both the university and the youth of Rivers State. I commend the entire staff and management of the university for the hard work and the sacrifice that have enabled and progressed the university to today's historic achievement. And with what I can see on its future projection, it is only a matter of time that this university will grow and become as great as center of academic excellence and be located among the best private universities in the country. Finally, I want to say a big congratulations to all the graduating students for the success you have attained in completing your degree programs in this university after burning the midnight candle for 4 consecutive years. I equally congratulate and commend your parents, guardians, and family members for their support throughout your studies. Now that you have graduated, the next most important question is, what next? Although the times are pretty rough these days, but your answer to this question is basic to your future. I would therefore encourage you to take a moment of reflection before deciding on your future, which I predict is bright for as long as you work hard and believing in yourselves with confidence that you have the knowledge, skill, and power to change your world. Very much impressed and elated that the best graduating student is a Rivers indigene. So, on that note, the best graduating student will have scholarship from Rivers State government if she intends to go further in her career. And all of you who came out as best graduating in your various departments will have a cash reward of 5 million naira each. As it has been customary to me, I will continue to support Primary University of Medical Sciences, and with what we have seen on ground, there is judicious use of all the support that we are giving to them. I'm very proud. Each time I come into this compound, I tell those who come with me, look at the environment. That is how a learning center is supposed to be. If it were some people, all these trees would have been cut off. They would have been building all kinds of houses, hostels, this. But look at the environment, nature. That's what it's supposed to be. And based on that, I'll continue to support you with
Please declare the convention closed.
Your Excellencies, it is with utmost joy and sense of fulfillment that I join others to welcome our distinguished guests to this historic occasion, the maiden convocation ceremony of the first private medical university in Nigeria. I would particularly want to mention a major pillar of support to the university, none other than the Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Chief Yosum Wike, whose unrivaled contribution to the development of the university will forever be in the annals of her history. Your Excellency, we thank you so much. The Executive Secretary of the National University Commission, Professor Abubakar Adamu Rashid, who also is the guest lecturer, also deserves special mention. His conviction of the ability of the promoter of the university to see to its establishment and subsequent suggestion of same during the fortuitous meeting in December 2016 marks the beginning of this journey. Professor Rashid has remained resolute in his support and guidance to the university, and to this, Professor will remain appreciative. Thank you very much. Pamo University, the University of Medical Sciences, is only 4 years old and yet has recorded tremendous achievements within this short time, as we have heard from the previous speakers. I will, however, like to crave your indulgence to accommodate a few pertinent remarks. It is a university that has from its very beginning been setting records and blazing trails among private tertiary institutions in the country. From the planning stage of its establishment, licensing, commencement of academic programs, through to exceptional performance in accreditation and professional examination, collaborations, and synergy within the state government and host community, and now the graduation of our first set of students, there are lessons for all to learn. The success of FUMS is a reflection of what can be achieved when a committed, purposeful, and visionary leadership is in charge of a process. The individuals that come together to plan and guide the establishment and subsequent running of the university are Nigerians from various backgrounds and different parts of the country. What they share is a common objective and determination to achieve results. The perceived and often reported differences among Nigerians when given a task were never exhibited in the workings of this group, and we are today witnessing the outcome of this dedication, commitment, and leadership. The seamless collaboration with and the support from agencies of the federal government, despite the subtle differences in disposition, is a further attestation to an effective public-private partnership once the people with the right attitude are brought together. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, another lesson for private tertiary education in Nigeria from the success of FUMS is what can be achieved when state governments come in to support the provision of a private education in their respective states. The federal government is in a similar vein being called upon to extend similar support to private universities through the Tertiary Education Trust Fund and other agencies of government through the various initiatives currently being enjoyed only by public institutions. The cordial relationship between the university and our host community is a thing of joy, and one must congratulate management and the community leadership for this. This is critically important in view of the not too pleasant experiences prevalent in some other institutions. Your Excellencies, I will now congratulate the maiden graduates of the university for their remarkable attainments, which we are here to celebrate today. I wish to register my appreciation to all who have contributed in diverse ways towards your success, particularly the Rivers State government for the scholarship most of you enjoyed, your parents and guardians, as well as your lecturers and other university staff. I cannot be tired of thanking His Excellency the Governor of Rivers State for your leadership. The sound education and ethical orientation you have received here are preparations for a journey of a lifetime. As you embark on this journey, I trust you will always be mindful of the proud legacy you imbibed during your stay in the university, and that you will let the motto of the university, in quote, excellence for good of all, unquote, be reflected in your attitude and conduct in whatever it is that you do. As the chairman of the board of this great university, I want to assure you all, on behalf of all the members of the Board of Trustees, of our commitment to a sustained infrastructural and academic development of the institution towards its emergence as a globally recognized university where all its programs are fully accredited. In conclusion, let us be reminded that the watchword of this university is reflected in its motto. In its motto is academic and moral excellence, and I appeal to the management, staff, and students to strive to do their utmost both in promoting and upholding this ethos. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as the year 2021 is preparing to leave us, allow me to wish you a very Merry Christmas. I pray that 2021 carries along with it the COVID-19 pandemic and all the insecurity bedeviling our country. May the year 2022 usher in peace, prosperity, love amongst us, well-being of our economy, and in our security. I thank you for listening.
Thanks for checking out Symphony on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.